Hey Sagittarius, welcome to Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot. My name's Erica. Welcome to the channel. This is your December 2016 video where I'm going to talk a little bit about astrology, going to pull some tarot cards and a couple of oracle cards and hopefully give you the story as I see it for your December 2016. So Sagittarius, why don't you sit a spell so we can talk about the stars? On the 2nd or 3rd of December, depending on where you live on the planet, we're going to have Mercury moving into Capricorn. This is your second house. The second house is the house of your values. It's the house of mine. Anything you could point to or classify or quantify as mine would probably qualify to under this house. It's the house of your self-esteem, your earning ability, your possessions, and your money. On the 7th or 8th of December, depending on where you live on the planet, we will be having Venus moving into Aquarius. This is your third house. Right off the bat, you're probably going to have really nice conversations. Because Venus moving in there makes everything just a little bit more pleasant. It's the house of communication, short distance trips, siblings, cousins, and neighbors. On the 13th or 14th of the month, depending on where you live on the planet, we're going to have a full moon in Gemini at 22 degrees of Gemini, to be exact. This is your 7th house. The 7th house is the house of open enemies and counseling. It's also the house that governs your partnerships and how you relate to other people and how you learn about yourself through those relationships. Now, on the 19th or 20th of the month, there's going to be a couple of things going on, depending on where you live on the planet. The first is Mercury going retrograde in Capricorn, this being your second house. So you're going to be getting a chance to review and revise second house matters. Mercury will be moving station direct January 7th or 8th, depending on where you live on the planet, 2017. The second thing is Mars will be moving into Pisces, and this is your 4th house. The 4th house is the house of your home and your family. It's also your roots and your foundation. Now, on the 21st or 22nd, depending on where you live on the planet, we're going to have the Sun moving into Capricorn. This is your 2nd house. A lot of 2nd house energy playing out for you, Sagittarius, this month. 2nd house is the house of values, money, earning ability, self-esteem, and possessions. It's the house of your values. Now, on the 26th or 27th of the month, depending on where you live on this planet, we are going to be dealing with the Jupiter-Uranus opposition, and it's going to feel like a tug-of-war going between two houses. For you, Sagittarius, it will be your 11th house and your 5th house. Jupiter is in the 11th for you, and this is the house of your friends, your groups, your memberships, associations, and teams that you may belong to. It also covers your future wishes, your goals, and your dreams. Think bucket list. And Uranus is in the 5th house, and the 5th house is the house of your creative ability, your creative endeavors, your creative pursuits. It's the house of romance. It's the house of falling in love. It's the house of your children. It's social life and pleasures. Now, on the 29th or 30th, depending on where you live on the planet, we are going to be experiencing a new moon in Capricorn at 7 degrees. This is also in your 2nd house, so it would be a good time for you to plant a seed in that area, and hopefully it will, in 6 months' time, yield a very bountiful result for you, Sagittarius, because new moons usually take about 6 months to come into fruition when you're planting a seed. The 2nd house is a good place where you want growth, so I would definitely ride that wave of energy if I were you. So, Sagittarius, that's what's going on astrologically. Now what I'm going to do is grab my cards, shuffle and meditate off camera, asking for the general messages for my Sagittarius viewers and friends, and I'll be back to shuffle on camera for you, and we'll go from there. Hang tight, y'all. Hey Sagittarius, I'm back with the cards, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to use this time to remind you that this is a general reading for my Sagittarius friends and viewers. If this reading doesn't resonate for you, then I invite you to check out your rising and moon sign videos, because not every sun video is going to resonate every month. You are more than just a Sagittarius, dear love. Alright, I'm going to cut for you, my lovely Sagittarius. And happy birthday, by the way. I'm going to take the bottom card for the underlying theme or the overarching energy, and the top 3 for clarity. I'm also going to pull 2 oracle cards for you from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck by Elena Fairchild. Alright, I'm going to cut. I'm going to take the bottom and the top card from the Oracle deck. And now what I'm going to do is hit the pause button, flip these cards over, do the tarot math, and I'll be right back with your story, Sagittarius. Hang tight, y'all. Hey Sagittarius, I'm back with your cards, so let's get started. The first card that I'm going to talk about is the underlying theme or the overarching energy that I pulled for you, and it is the Sun card. This is the 19th card of the Major Arcana. 1 plus 9 is 10, and that speaks to the Capricorn ruled house of your career and your status. It also speaks to your reputation and your destiny, possibly dealing with authority figures as well. Now, the Sun is the ruling luminary of Leo, so this may be involving a Leo sun, moon, or rising in some way, or somebody just with that sort of energy, or dominant Leo energy. The Sun, it speaks to self-expression and will, your self-will, and assertion. It's the life force. It's the creative spark. Right now, the Sun is in your sign at the beginning of the month and will be there until the 21st or 22nd. So it's happy birthday time for y'all. Now the first card in the top 3 for clarity that I pulled for you is another Major Arcana card. It's the 5th in the Major Arcana, the Hierophant, however you pronounce it. It's the 5th card. Speaks to the Leo ruled house of pleasure, social life, children, and creation. You will be having this, Uranus is in your 5th house, and it will be hit by the Jupiter-Uranus opposition on the 26th or 27th of the month, depending on where you live on the planet. Now, this card, as a Major Arcana card, represents the zodiac sign of Taurus, and Taurus rules the 2nd house, where you're having a lot of energy play out. The 2nd house is the house of your money, possessions, earning ability, self-esteem. It's your values. It's the house of mine. The Hierophant, symbolically, is representative of dealing with authority or authority figures, which I've spoken about through the Sun card and the numerology. It could be that you're having to deal with authority figures, or you are seeking like a spiritual truth or a moral truth, or like you're searching for meaning in some way, which is that's very Sagittarian. You are seekers of truth. But I also see this as like a church card. And it is Christmas time. There are a lot of people that go to Christmas Mass or church services around Christmas time. Could be that. Or just speaking to the tradition of the holidays as well. The second card that I pulled for you is the 9 of Cups. 9 speaking to the Sagittarius ruled 9th house of long-distance trips, higher education, the study of philosophy and religion, foreign languages. It covers foreign people, foreign places, and foreign things. Yeah, this is the wish card. The cups represent water sign energy. The water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. You are having Mars moving into Pisces in your 4th house. So that may be interesting. That's after the full moon. It really looks like it's just a happy holiday celebration, because the final card is the 6 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups for me is a happy childhood, like nostalgia, karmic card. It's the Norman Rockwell painting, if you will. It's just that Americana, traditional feeling, if you will. The 6 speaks to the Virgo ruled house of work and health, or the competency and skills that you bring to the services that you provide. And once again, the cups represent water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And like I said, you do have Mars moving into Pisces. It could be that you are, it's right before Christmas when it happens. You're determined on making good memories with your family, Sagittarius. It's your birthday month and you don't want any drama or any dumb shit going off, ruining your memories. And I completely get it, and I applaud you in that regard if that's how it's playing out for you. Now, I did the math on this spread for you. It totaled up to be 39. 3 plus 9 is 12. So this could speak to... I'm sorry, my dog just startled the snot out of me. Come here, Zoe. Lay down. Okay. 3 plus 9 is 12, and that speaks to the house that's ruled by Pisces. That's Pisces. That's a house of limitations, repression. It's a house of karma. It's a house of self-undoing. It's a house of secrets. It's secrets that you keep from others, like secrets that you keep in your dreams, secrets that you keep from yourself. And if you don't want to look at it that way, then you can take 1 plus 2, and that's 3. That's the Gemini ruled house of communication, short distance trips, siblings, cousins, and neighbors. And we have Venus moving in the 3rd house at the beginning of the month. So it's really however you want it to kind of, however it's resonating for you. But it looks like you're wanting to make good memories, happy memories, and enjoy this holiday season. And I say kudos and make those memories, baby. Now, I pulled 2 oracle cards for you, Sagittarius. The first is the second card of this deck, the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck by Elena Fairchild. It's the Inner Trust card. This is the second card speaking to the 2nd house, and you've got a lot of energy playing out in that 2nd house. It's the house of Taurus, which is representative of the Hierophant coming in here. And it's the house of your money and your earning ability, your values, your possessions, your self-esteem, your earning ability. But this card represents that now is a time for reflection, and now is a time for assessment. You need to ask yourself, how intact is your self-worth? How intact is your self-esteem? How intact are your finances? This is acknowledgement of the powerful intuitive prompts that you may be inclined to receiving right now. And you need to trust your instincts and just go for it, whatever that means to you. Now is not a time for self-doubt. Now is a time for you to take your leap of faith. The Inner Trust card. Have the guts to trust your intuition. To follow that inner trust. The second card that I pulled for you is the Seeing the True You card. I always love the little teacup way back here. This again is indicating and highlighting the need for reflection and assessment, self-reflection, self-assessment. It's also indicating that you don't need to seek validation through others. You need to validate yourself. Now is a time for, like I said, self-reflection, but meditation and stillness as well, so that you can see the situation as it is from an objective viewpoint. You need to honor your path and seek, like I said, your own validation. And leave your external perceptions for another time to deal with. Having the ability to see the true you is something many people in today's society actually lack. There are a lot of people that are shrouded in their delusions and denials. And that's not judging. We've all got our own path that we have to walk. It's just the reality of it. Just, Sagittarius, find the bravery within yourself to follow that inner knowing and that inner trust, and be the real you. Be authentically you. So, Sagittarius, that's what I see what's up for you for this December. I'll be around at the full moon for your mid-month reading. I'll pull some cards and try to give you a little bit more of a focused reading in to give you an idea as to how the second half of your December will play out. I hope that you make some wonderful memories with your family and loved ones, because those are the things that you don't have to buy, and absolutely no one can take them from you. Please employ your self-care measures. Use your nurturing abilities and skills. Be kind to yourself and save some of that kindness for others, because we're all going through very private battles that some of us may never speak about to another living soul. And it's the holidays, y'all. Be kind. I hope that you're well. Take care of yourself, Sagittarius, and I'll see you at the mid-month reading. Until then, happy holidays, y'all. Namaste, and bye.